أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So we will continue with our study of fragments, and the first fragment we are learning, as you know, is mudaf ilay. And the target for today is to wrap it up. We may call it first round of mudaf ilay. A few things, maybe we can learn them at a later stage regarding this fragment. So today, inshallah, we will try to wrap it up. So mudaf ilay. I will quickly go through what we have learned so far before we learn anything new today, inshallah. So first, mudaf ilay. So when you see a fragment and you want to determine if it is mudaf ilay or not, how you would do that? What is the process for it? How you would look at what things you will look for in that fragment to determine that. So I'm going to ask Turhan. Turhan,
Yeah.
did you hear what I just said? If you see a fragment, there's a fragment in front of you. Okay, just repeat it. And you want to establish or determine if it is mudaf ilay or not. What you will do? Do you understand my question? You don't know what you will do? Sister Afia, same question.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. So you have a fragment in front of you. You need to know if it is mudaf ilay or not. What signs you will look for in that fragment to call it mudaf ilay?
We have to see that it has to be light.
Which word? First word or second word?
Second. The
Second.
second word should be light. It should have no tanween on it. And no, sorry, the first one, Rasulullahi, like that.
Okay,
the first one should has no tanween, the mudaf.
Should be light, you mean?
Should be light and has no tanween and no alif lam in the start. And the mudaf ilay should have the jar status.
Yeah, okay, you got it. Thank you, sister. The mudaf is always light. It does not accept all with it at the beginning. And mudaf ilay is always in jar status. So there are two conditions for mudaf, one condition for mudaf ilay. Arham, can you repeat that? What are the two conditions for mudaf?
The two conditions for mudaf, uncle, is it always has to be light and it cannot take al.
And the one condition for mudaf ilay?
It always has to be in jar status.
It has to be in jar status always. So that's where the emphasis is. Three conditions, two for mudaf and one more mudaf ilay. Never forget this. Never. Always remember this. This is the main thing I am trying to teach here. How to identify mudaf ilay. And if you remember these three things, two conditions for mudaf and one for mudaf ilay, then it will remain easy, inshallah, for you. Then we learned about how the non-flexible ism are used in mudaf ilay. Because they don't change and they come as mudaf ilay, they will be in jar status, but they will be not showing their status. So we learned about that. Then what did we learn? We learned the use of partly flexible words and how they can be used in, for example, son of Maryam. So Ibnu Maryama, it won't be Maryami because it's partly flexible, and generally they don't, partly flexible words don't accept kasra. So we learned this as well. And then we learned how to make some, how to make mudaf ilayh. So we have done this. Now I will go to what, okay, well, let's make one. And then we go. I have a limited time, but still I'm going to try this. Let me get to, okay, this one's Suhufun and Ibrahim. Scriptures of Ibrahim. So, Brother Nisar, would you mind translating this into Arabic? Scriptures of Ibrahim.
Yeah, first part, suhufun, it would be light. So it will become suhufu. And Ibrahimu will change into Ibrahima since it is non-Arabic name.
So it is partly.
So suhufu Ibrahima.
So if somebody says it should be Suhufu Ibrahimi, will that be correct or no?
No, it won't be correct. Ibrahima does not show its status.
Ibrahima does show its status.
Sure. Yeah. Ibrahima. It is partly flexible.
It is partly.
So it will stay Ibrahima. Yeah.
Ibrahima, because it's partly flexible. Okay, one last question before I start what I want to show, teach new here. Partly flexible nouns, practically partly flexible ism, they don't take kasra generally. But there are a few situations where they will accept kasra when they are in jar status. What are those situations?
When it is al is attached with it, and it is in mudaf.
When it is used as a mudaf, or when al is attached with it, then it can accept kasra when it is in jar status, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Brother Nisar.
Thank you, Jazakallah.
Okay. Attached pronouns. We revised them today in the first session. Attached pronouns attached to an ism, like kitabuhu. So, Burak, can you give me the 6 words for kitabuhu? No, the whole thing, like kitabuhu.
Oh, kitabuhu, kitabuhum, kitabuka, kitabukum, kitabi, kitabuna.
Okay, kitabuhu meaning?
His book.
Kitabuhum.
Their book.
Kitabuka.
Your book.
Kitabukum.
Book of you all.
Kitabi.
My book.
Kitabuna.
Book.
Sorry, kitabuna.
Our book.
Our book. What is going on here? We have pronouns which are attached to ism. Do you agree, Burak?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are examples of attached pronouns. Pronouns attached to an ism. Kitabuhu, his book. Kitabuhum, their book. Kitabuka, your book. Kitabukum, book of you all. Kitabi, my book. Kitabuna, our book. Now, there is a principle, and you should never forget this. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, that pronoun is always in jar status. I say that again. Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always in jar status. What did I say, Saad? Saad Iqbal?
You said that whenever an attached pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always going to be in jar status.
Okay. So what is the status of who over here? Kitabu who? Who?
It is jar.
What is the status of whom?
Jar.
Ka.
Jar.
Kum.
Jar.
This ya here.
Jar.
Na.
Jar.
So you see this who has a dhamma over it. Ka have a fatha on it, but it does not matter.
Yeah.
We don't even look at what is on the attached pronoun when it is attached to an ism, because it is always gonna be in a jar status. The haraka doesn't even matter. We don't even look at it.
Yes.
It is in jar status because it is attached to an
Ism.
Yeah, good. So who, whom, ka, kum, they're all in jar status. And what about this kitabu, Saad? Is it, the word should be kitabun. It is not kitabunhu. So is it light? What do you think? Kitabu.
I think it is light because there's no noon sound at the end.
Yeah, no new sound. So kitabu is light. Is there any al with it?
No.
So if I say kitabuhu is a mudaf ilay, will you agree or no?
I will agree.
Why you are agreeing with me?
Because the who, as you said, the who is the mudaf ilay, and whenever, as you said, whenever an attached pronoun is attached to the ism, it is always going to be jar. So the who is also jar, so we can say that this is a mudaf ilay.
So kitabu is light.
Yes.
It doesn't have al with it.
Yes.
And who is in jar status?
Yeah.
All the conditions of mudaf ilay are fulfilled.
Yes.
So that is why this is an example of mudaf ilay. Okay. Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always in jar status. So therefore, who, whom, ka, kum, this is ya here, and na, they're all in jar status. And the kitab, which is to which they are attached, is light and doesn't have al with it. So whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always the pronoun is always in jar status, and the resulting fragment is called mudaf ilay. So you learned mudaf ilay without, at the beginning of this course, without even knowing that it was mudaf ilay. So all like dinuhu, dinuhum, dinuka, dinukum, dini, dinuna. Rabbuhu, rabbuhum, rabbuka, rabbukum, rabbi, rabbuna. They are all examples of mudaf ilay. Any question on this? No? Okay. So remember, always remember this. This is not going to change. Okay. One last thing I'm going to teach before we go to the breakout rooms is complex mudaf ilay. You know mudaf ilay. We're going to make it a little complex. The saying of the messenger of Muslims. You see, this is a fragment. This is not a complete sentence. The saying of the messenger of Muslims. Okay. So I'm gonna get help from someone to do this. Can I ask help from Sister Rubina?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So, sister, the first question is, what is this? The saying of the messenger. Is it mudaf ilayhi or not?
No, it is not.
Why you say it is not?
And because it has the,
That doesn't matter. Don't worry
oh,
about
doesn't
it.
matter. Okay, okay. It, the thing of the, yeah, it is a mudaf.
It is a mudaf ilayhi. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Like messenger of Allah. Similarly, saying of the messenger. So it is a mudaf ilayhi. How
Okay.
about this one now?
The messenger of Muslims is also a mudaf.
So can I say, actually there are two mudaf ilayhi merged together to make one fragment.
Together. Correct,
Do you agree?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an example of a complex mudaf ilayhi. It is a chain. It is a chain
Okay.
of words which makes, actually there are two mudaf ilayhi merged together and it becomes one complex mudaf ilayhi. So I'm giving you, okay, thank you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And now I go to someone else. Brother Taimur.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Brother, I'm going to give you vocabulary saying qawlun, messenger, rasulun, Muslims, muslimuna. Okay?
Hmm.
And I'm going to place them next to each other. So in the first part, saying is mudaf, the messenger is mudaf ilayh. Do you agree?
Yes.
And in the second part, messenger is actually becomes mudaf and Muslims become mudaf ilayh. Do you agree again?
Yes.
Yeah. So the word messenger is a mudaf ilayh for saying, and then it becomes a mudaf for the next word, Muslims. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So qawlun, we have to make the necessary changes. So we could translate this into Arabic. So qawlun is mudaf. So you have to make it what?
Make it white.
Light. We have to make it.
White. Drop noon sound.
So what will be that?
قوله.
Qawlu. Okay. We got the first one. Now we have to make necessary changes into Rasulun.
We should
What changes we will make?
we should bring it to jar status.
Jar status. So that will be
Rasulun.
Rasulin. Rasulin. Okay. But it is also a mudaf for the next word. Is it not?
Yes.
So it cannot be heavy. It has to be light. Is it light right now?
It's heavy because of tanween.
Yeah, it is. It is. There is a noon sound, so it is heavy. So you have to make it light now.
Rasuli.
Rasuli. How about Muslimuna?
It should take jar status. Muslimina.
Muslimina. Because Rasul, the middle word, is a mudaf ilayhi and mudaf at the same time. So therefore, it has to meet the conditions of mudaf ilayhi and mudaf. So it has to meet all the three conditions. Do you agree, brother Taimur?
Yes.
Yeah. So qawlu has to meet only two conditions for mudaf. But rasulun has to meet three conditions. It has to be light. It cannot take all. And it has to be in jar status. And muslimuna is just a mudaf ilayhi, so it has to only meet one condition, muslimina. So this means a saying of a messenger of Muslims, okay, It does not mean the saying of the messenger of the Muslims. How we introduce the? We have to put al on, we have to add al somewhere here, because al means the or the. Where we put al to make it the saying of the messenger of Muslims? Brother Taimur, add al somewhere.
I think al can be added to the mudaf ilayh.
Okay. Can I add this to Rasuli?
Because it has double rows, I'm not sure, but last one for sure can take alif lam. So al-muslimina can be. Rasuli, I'm not sure because it has to be light and cannot take as a mudaf, it cannot take alif lam.
Yeah, and it is a mudaf for muslimina, right?
Yes.
So qawlu cannot take al because it is mudaf. It is a pure mudaf.
Yes.
Rasulu is mudaf ilayhi and mudaf, so it cannot take al either. So we can only add al to
Al-muslimina.
muslimina. So qawlu rasulil muslimina. Now we can say the saying of the messenger of Muslims. Make sense, Brother Taimur?
Yes.
All right, good. So that's all I want to teach you. Complex mudaf ilayhi. That's where I will stop. And in the breakout rooms, what we need to do is go to these tables and identify if the word shown is mudaf ilayhi or not. Okay. So we go to breakout room now.